Hi, thank you so much for coming to help me today. I enjoy wrapping presents, but it's kind of lonely work to do by yourself, so thank you so much for coming over to keep me company. I did most of my present wrapping this morning because my family was coming to pick me up, or not pick me up, but give us the presents that we needed, so I had to get those wrapped up for them, but I haven't seen the in-laws yet, so I have to wrap up my in-laws' gifts. So you're gonna keep me company for a while I do that? Awesome, thank you so much. I'm gonna start my mother-in-law's gifts. Now, you guys all know about my passion for kimchi. My mother-in-law shares that probably double. So these are, you can see here, Walk and Walk. These are the exact ones that but the Korean ladies at church use. So this is for her to make awesome kimchi, and this part, from what I understand, can be oven or microwaved, which is awesome. So that's really exciting. So I'm going to wrap these individually. You can see each one has 2 inside of it. So she's actually getting 4. So I'm going to wrap these up individually, but I'll use the same wrapping paper to make sure that we know that both of them are hers. Put this one back. Now I know that you guys know, or that you know, how terrible I am at wrapping things. I can't cut in a straight line to save my life. So no laughing. You went into this. See, I've already got wrapping paper falling everywhere. You went into this knowing full well what you were getting into. Alright, well, I'll clean up that wrapping paper in a minute. First, just trying to measure how much of this I actually need. I'll probably get rid of about. And I'm not going to throw out this part. I'm going to cut it up and use it for gift tags. You'll see what I mean at the end. I thought I'd tape over here. Now this side looks really ugly, and this side looks straighter. So I'm going to put this side underneath so it looks like I'm a little bit more competent than I actually am. This is just super cheap tape, but I find it blends in really well with the wrapping. So, again, you totally went into this knowing what to expect, so ignore the terrible wrapping job. Around Christmas, my family doesn't believe that I aged past 6 years old because I do terrible wrapping jobs. I hand make things, and I'm just generally very excited about Christmas, but you know all that. Try to make this a little bit prettier after I finish this side. Not to mention, I just realized that I totally did this upside down. Because now the ugly part is going to be on top where I did all my folds. Oh well. I thank you for still being friends with me even though I can't wrap a decent Christmas gift. Tuck this in a little bit and tape it up. Oh darn. The tape stuck before I was ready for it. Next one I'll try to do a little bit better, and I'll make sure this one's on the bottom. Ta-da! One really badly wrapped Christmas gift. I'm going to put it aside and wrap the other one. Measure out. I'm going to put this somewhere else. There we go. Oh. I can't even believe I'm letting you witness this. Well, you remember the story of how I almost failed kindergarten because I didn't know how to hold scissors properly. I guess that's coming back to haunt me now. Okay. Put this wrapping paper away for now. No matter what I try to do, things just fall over, it seems. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna be smart and fix the mistake that I made last time. There we go. So how have your holidays been so far? You finished all your shopping? That's okay. Well, you know me, I always shop months in advance. Alright, just finish this up quick. So most of these presents I actually got in the summer, which is sad. I'm one of those crazy people who is singing Jingle Bells in August. But you put up with me anyway, which is why you're such a good friend. Alright. This one is actually even uglier than the other one. I managed to practice and get worse. I suppose it's almost a skill in its own right, practicing something and still managing to be worse at it with each try. That could be a good meme. The perma-fail kid or something. I don't know. Ta-da! So now, I put them together. Even though this one is ugly when it's right side up, this one's pretty, and they almost look like a set. I hope she likes them. Put these aside. And get out the next type of paper. I'm gonna wrap my father-in-law's gift next. Oh, thank you for helping me. I would have lost those scissors if it weren't for you. Now this one, I don't need as much, so I'll just get this. And believe it or not, those cuts you see on the edge, on the clean edge of the wrapping paper are not my fault, which is a first, I know. These things, when I bought them, came in plastic wrapping themselves. And the plastic wrapping had cut at these points. So, this is for my father-in-law. There's no way I need that much. So what I'm gonna try to do and see if it works. Should be good. Put this away. See if I can get rid of the ugly bit by cutting over it. Not that I make it any prettier. In fact, I managed to make it look worse. But that's okay. He's a huge history buff, so he will enjoy this book. Again, we put the pretty edge that I didn't cut there. See, look at that. You can't even see it. Love this tape. It's great. Okay, that failed. Let's try that again. Hold it like that. See, I find books much easier to wrap. They're so regularly shaped. It actually makes me look like I'm good at this for a change. Thank you so much. And you guys, or you, make it all the better. Look, you're so much help that I'm calling you multiple people. Let's try it on this side. Okay. Thank you again. I will totally come do this for you too when you start wrapping, if you haven't already done it. You're much more efficient than me, so maybe you already have. But like I was saying, I'm efficient when it comes to buying presents, but when it comes to wrapping them, I always save it to the end because I always want to feel Christmassy when I wrap presents. Like, usually I have a Christmas radio station on and I'll be rocking out to some classic hymns, but it always means that I'm in a rush and I do a bad wrapping job. At least you make it fun having you here. Ta-da! This one actually turned out really good. It's because you helped me. I totally give you credit for this. Now the last gift, first I'll wrap up, or I won't wrap up, but I'll roll this back up. The last gift is for my brother-in-law, and this is totally out of whack. Let's try this again. There we go. Thank you. Okay. And my sister-in-law recently got him into Tintin. So, actually that looks like it might be enough right there. Thank you. I always lose stuff under the wrapping paper. I don't know what I'd do without you. as I was saying before I get too distracted again, my sister-in-law got him into Tintin, and so my husband and I went out and got him a hardcover, still in the plastic, Tintin comic. Now, he's not much into reading, but he does like comics. So we thought this would be good. And I'm still really bad at cutting wrapping paper. Thankfully, this is the last one of the night. Look at that. That's like in a diagonal line. Oh, this is bad. Okay. So this is what we got him. And this is way too much paper. I don't need all of this. Let's see if I can do it from the side. How shall I do this? Do it like that. I'm just trying to get rid of this ugly part as much as I possibly can. Again, not that me cutting another part off makes it any prettier. Okay. So again, we hide the ugly part that I cut. And put the nice pretty part over top of it so I look borderline competent. Where'd that tape go? You help me with that a second. Oh, thank you. Alright. Disappears. Again, books I find a lot easier because they're just very well shaped. It makes them much easier to wrap than like those containers we were wrapping earlier. They have weird shapes, and even though they're kind of cubic in nature, it's like they're not square enough for me. They're too complicated for my simple mind to fathom. Thank you again. You are just awesome. You're the best friend ever for coming and helping me do this. Especially on your night off of work. I know you'd rather be sipping hot chocolate. But you came and helped me, which is really awesome. Just tape these up a little bit on the sides. And then we are golden. I was asking you earlier about your holidays and your shopping, but shopping aside, do you have any special plans for this year? Who are you spending the holidays with? Oh, okay. I'll be with my families this year, my in-laws and my regular family. So we have here my father-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, and I didn't need to wrap this one, but my sister-in-law as well. So the whole in-law crew is here. I'm gonna cut out of this. I cut it into little squares. And what I'm going to do with these little squares is make name tags out of them. I guess I only need 2 out of this because this, she's going to be here later, so I don't need to worry about a name tag for that. But what I'll do is I'll fold them in half. And then I'll write to and from, and we'll put these on the presents instead of using pre-made tape or the pre-made stickers. But you look really thirsty, so go get yourself a drink and I will see you a bit later and we can just hang out. Thanks so much for coming. All right, see you in a bit.